Now, I know we haven't spoken about your agenda, but before we do that, let's look at the youth in Lagos. How do you plan on engaging youth? Because a lot of people on the streets that are doing snatching bags in traffic and harassing people, and even the new trend of people saying, Baba, no fit steal, find me something. I no fit go steal, and now your boy I be. How do you plan to address this?
Yeah, the youth are not engaged. And rightly so, you'll find them cluster around, most places, especially in the mornings, every time. And as such, they are open to different vices. And what I plan to do on a larger scale, which already I'm doing, between my wife and I, is to engage these people, to mentor them. I have a couple of them that work with me, to engage them in what I do. And my wife as well, who is also a caterer, does that to teach them, all this
catering and getting them, hands on. And
what we at a larger scale, I want to put them in different organizations for mentorship, to have vocational centers in my constituency, one in Kokaguda, one in Itirekati, where these guys will be trained in IT, in different vocations, whereby they can stand on their own and be useful.
All right. So with that, now let's just look at your agenda briefly. What are you promising?
Well, I have a 7-point agenda which I have. One is accountable leadership. That is true regular interface with my esteemed constituencies by operating a dual constituency office and having a town hall meeting. Like I said, I don't want to be far from my constituency. We need to have regular discussions on what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and when it needs to be done. There will be grassroots empowerment through vocational training, microcredit for SMEs, financial support for widows and and the aged and the needy. We are going to have education and employment support through scholarships, operation of free school buses, employment facilities into private and public organizations. Just like I said, where we will be discussing with corporate organizations within our constituency, and there are so many of them. We want to. There's going to be state discourse providing vocal and eloquent voice on issue of state importance through motions and bill sponsoring in the floor of the House. Then developmental pursuit of infrastructural development through deliberate and skillful lobbying. I'm not staff of the local government, which is their core responsibility for infrastructural development. But we will do that through lobbying from the state. Then there's going to be agricultural entrepreneurship, training of youth in modern and agricultural practice, and empowerment with seed capital. That is the future. Even in my small garden, I do a bit of agricultural, planting of
subsistence
crops.
Farming.
Subsistence farming. So we want to do that on a larger scale. Even Lagos State is doing that. I think we have a rice mill in, I think is in Kano or Katsina. So I plan to have something like that too. Then information technology, that is the new cash cow in the world. IT. Instead of our guys, youth, using the IT, the knowledge that they have in social vices and things that are not productive, that can land them in trouble, we can channel it into things that are very productive and that will, enhance development, not just in our constituency, not just in Lagos, but in the country as a whole. There are IT people are sought after everywhere in the world. That is where the world is now, and it will only get better.
True.
Okay.
So when it comes to all this, and if you were to look at your area now and push a bill,
yes,
which bill do you think is the most important to push for your area, your constituents, that would favor them right now? That what we need urgently, we need a bill that we can push that will favor my constituents and, of course, maybe other parts of Lagos.
Yeah, the bill that I think would, make things better is to make sure the youths are gainfully employed. We have a larger percentage of the population being youths. So if they are not engaged, we have a problem.